I hope you all are good and doing well for the preparation of your upcoming CIEs. Guys, here I'm going to discuss the solution of the paper 1, your mathematics 1. You just have taken for the mock exam 2026. Guys, here the question number 1 states, find the set of the values of this constant k for which the quadratic equation 3k square 3kx square plus kx plus 8 times x plus 3 equal to 0 has two real distinct roots. It is very much clear from the statement that whenever we deal these two distinct real roots, so that means you have to calculate the discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac, and should be bigger than 0. So we know this property. So here I found while marking paper, most of the students try to solve this whole equation by using the quadratic formula, although the condition is very much clear here to two distinct real roots. So here what to do, first to find what is a and what is b and what is c for the given equation. You can see the coefficient of x square is always a, that is 3k, and the coefficient of x, that is k plus 8, is b, and keep the sign if anyone is with a negative sign to mention it, and c is the purely constant. So applying here these value in this rule, b square k plus 8 whole square minus 4 time of a time of c, that is now bigger than 0. We can expand it, k square plus 16k plus 64 minus 4 is 12 is 36k is bigger than 0. So we have k square minus 16k and minus 30k, 6k becomes minus 20k plus 64 is bigger than 0. Now we have to solve this by using preferably by critical rule. For critical solution, you can write for critical solution, we can suppose this whole inequality equal to equality, that is 0. So by applying here the quadratic formula or midterm break rule or anything which you better perform easily. So here I'm going to apply the uh, midterm break rule, that is 64, 16, 4 is the 64. So k square minus 4k minus 16k plus 64 equal to 0. So here you have choice, either you can apply the quadratic formula or you can apply the midterm break rule. So here k is common, we get k minus 4 minus 16 is common, again k minus 4 equal to 0. So the factors are k minus 4 and k minus 16. Here we get two values of k. One is k is minus 4 equal to 0. To get k is equal to 4, or you have other option that k minus 16 equal to 0, that k will be plus 16. So one more mistake I found in few papers, that students just leave their answer up till here. Don't go with this, because we have to solve this inequality. So you can see it's a quadratic one. So if I apply this, and x square coefficient of x square term is positive, so it will be happy shape. So here if I say suppose this is 4 and suppose this is 16, so we have to apply these values for the inequality k square minus 20k minus plus 64, that is bigger than 0 from here. So now what to do, just to replace x with below 4. Before we going below 4, let's take the values inside it. Suppose x is 5 here, so k square minus 20k plus 64 is bigger than 0 at k is 5. Okay, fine. Now do replace the value first 5 in between here. We will get 5 square minus 20 times 5 plus 64. 20 times 5 bigger than 0. Let's check either it's true or wrong. It's 25 minus 100 plus 64. So you know you will get 100 minus 100 plus 89. That is not bigger than 0. So it means this region is going to be false region and your true value will fall here. Either your answer will be less than 4 or bigger than 16. So you can finish even your answer here. K is smaller than 4 or k is bigger than 16. That justify the condition of the question. I hope it is very much clear to you. Let's proceed to next question. It is given that the coefficient of x cube in the expansion of 2 plus ax whole power 4 times 5 minus ax is 432. Find the value of the constant a. So here you can see we just need to expand the first expression, that is 2 plus ax whole power 4. So expand it by applying the binomial theorem, and we need to expand till the coefficient of x cube. Okay, fine. This is highest power 4, so this is 4 is 0. I am applying the binomial theorem. This first term power 4, first term 0, and ax power 4. Because I'm applying this formula a plus b here, I'm going to write it for you. nc0 a power n b power 0 plus nc1 a power n minus 1 b power 1, nc2 a power n minus 2 b2, and so on, plus ncn a0 bn. So here you can see a is 2 and b is ax. So a power 4, b power 0, 4c1, a power 3, b power 1, 4c2, a power 2, and ax power 2, plus 4c3, a power 1, and ax power 3, plus 4c4, 2 power 0, and ax power 4. This is the final expansion. Now use the calculator to find the solution. This 4c0 becomes 1 in the calculator, and 2 power 4 is 16, and any number power 0 becomes 1 again. 4c1 is 4 and 2 power 3 is 8, and it will be ax. 4c2 becomes 6, and 2 power 2 becomes 4. It will be a square x square. And while marking the papers, I found few of the students just wrote it ax square, although it is ax whole power 2. So the square will goes for the both terms, a and x. Plus 4c3 again is 4 and is 2, and we will get a cube x cube. Don't write it ax cube. Plus 4c4 is 1, 2 power 0 1, and a4 x4. Okay, this is the expansion. Further we can write it in more simplified form like this, and you will see it will be 16 plus 32ax plus 24a square x square plus 8 a cube x cube plus a4 x4. Fine. This is the expansion. Now we need to multiply this expansion with the next term, that is 5 minus ax. So now we will write this expansion 16 plus 32ax plus 24a square x square plus 8a cube x cube plus a4 x4 times 5 minus ax. As we are behind the coefficient of x cube in the expansion, so you can write here terms involving x cube. No need to multiply and expand the entire term, only do write those terms which involving x cube. So here I will write, So when 5 will multiply with this 8 a cube x cube, I will get 5 is 40 a cube x cube. One term I will get from here. And next, when 24 will multiply with minus ax, it will be minus 24 a cube x cube. There is no more term involving the coefficient of x cube. So then you can simplify this further to get 40 minus 24 is 16 a cube x cube. So coefficient of x cube is equal to 16 a cube. This is the coefficient. So it is given that the coefficient of x cube in the expansion of this is equal to 432, and we have to calculate a. So now do divide either side by 16. I will get a cube is equal to 432 over 16. That give me 27. You can use a calculator if you are not good in mental calculation. So now a cube is equal to 27. So cube root on either side will give me a is equal to 3. That is the answer. 5 more marks. Just need your focus on the questions and solution, and you better get the right answer. Okay. Proceeding to the next question. One more question taken from the topic quadratic. It's very much easy as well. Solve the equation 8x6 plus 215x cube minus 27. So we can first replace the x cube with a variable, say t, to make it a quadratic, because it's not a purely quadratic, it's convertible to quadratic, more complex quadratic equations. So taking square on either side, it becomes 6 and it becomes t square. So to replace this in the original question, I will get xt 8t square plus 215t minus 27 equal to 0. So here you have choice, either you can apply the quadratic formula or you can make the factor, whatever is easy for you, but do mention the method. Without mentioning method, you will not be given the marks, your marks will be deducted. So here, if I can make the factors, most seem to be easy for me, that 200 plus 216, because 8 times 27 is 216, minus 1t minus 27 equal to 0. I will take 8t common for the first two terms, and it will be t minus plus 27. 827 is that 216. So from here I will take this minus 1 common, t will be t plus 27. Now further taking common t plus 27, and we get 8t minus 1 equal to 0. Now we have two options of value of t, either t plus 27 is equal to 0, that state t is equal to minus 27, or we can write 8t minus 1 equal to 0, so it gives me t is equal to 1 by 8. But this is not my final answer. Most of not most, few of the students, one or two students I found, they just let their answer in the form of t. Although it's very much clear in the question, you are given the variable x, and t is only help us to get closer to the required answer. Now do replace this t with the what we get, x cube equal to minus 27, and here x cube is equal to 1 by 8. When you take the cube root of 1 by 8, you will get 1 by 2. And the calculator is, I prefer you to use the make better use of the calculator to give the answer, because 1-2 papers I found that they just wrote it plus minus 1 by 2. Plus minus we will take only when you need to take the square root, not the cube root. And square root of negative value is not possible, but here is cube root of negative 27 will be minus 3. So these are two answers we are looking for. I hope it is again very much clear. So be careful about the mistakes I found while solving the papers among few students. Here the question, this is question taken very much clear from the transformation. Topic is transformation and functions. So here first to check the the diagram shows a part of the curve with equation y equal to p times sine q theta plus r, where p q theta are constant. State the value of p. If we go with the rules as I explained you while lesson, p represent the amplitude or vertical stretch, and here the q represent horizontal stretch, and r represent the vertical translation, right? So by keeping in mind, and original curve is what in term of sine, roughly sketch, if I can give you a sine, you know that is curve is this, is 0, is y, is x, and you know its range is -1 till 1, and this x-axis is the mean line for the curve. But here the standard is a little bit different. What comes the mean line? Oh, it seems to be the mean line here. Let me write it correctly. Yes, because amplitude is same from the mean line up and below, yani this is the same like this. So here now it's very much clear. How many point? 1 2 3, 1 2 3, this is the amplitude. Amplitude is by definition the you defined as the distance from the mean to the any extreme position, the maximum distance, that is here 3. So p stand for 3 here in one go, 1 marks. And now q, as q represent the horizontal stretch, you know first one here it is if we go with this 0 till pi here, and here 2 pi is pi by 2. Now you can see pi by 2 change into what? Maximum goes to be at pi. Here it is given. So if this is pi, but originally it is pi by 2, because sine 90 is at 1 is it will be 1. So it's half of this. So you can write 1 by 2. Horizontal stretch is 2 times. So horizontal stretch, we know stretch factor is always reciprocal of the stretch factor. This 2 stretch factor is horizontally, so we will write 1 by 2. Okay, now the r is called the value of is a vertical translation. Now you can see vertically translation is what here. Okay, here you can see originally it start from 0, but here 2 unit down from 0. So downward vertically stretch has been taken place. So you can write r is equal to -2 because it's downward. Here goes question number 5. Question number 5 states the diagram shows the curve with the equation y equal to 2x square minus 5 by x plus 3. The curve crosses the x-axis at the point P10 and M is the minimum point. Okay, find the gradient of the curve at P. First we have to calculate the gradient of the curve. You are given the curve y equal to 2x square minus 5 by x can be written as 5x power minus 1 plus 3, because the curve touches the x-axis. So at point P, P is having 1 is given. Here you can see P is having coordinate 1 comma 0. So for this you need to find dy by dx, differentiate it with respect to x. I will get 4x plus 5 by x square, and 3 becomes 0. Now do replace the point, because the curve gradient we have to calculate point P. P is 1 comma 0, so do replace x with 1. We will see the answer. Let's see, it comes to be 4 plus 5, that is 9. Very easy question. Okay, now find the coordinates of the point M Given each coordinate correct to three significant figures. Okay. uh, Coordinate m is the, as it defined stated, it's a minimum point. So for the minimum or maximum point we need to put the differential result equal to 0. And here we have 4x plus 5 by x squared. Differentiate in the above part, we did it, we created 0. So simplification will give me, I will take the LCM to multiply each side with the x square, each term. I get 4x cube plus 5 equal to 0. So 4x cube is equal to minus 5, x cube is equal to minus 5 by 4. Again, keep one thing clear in your mind, that you are taking the cube root to find x, not the square root, because square root of negative is not existing on real grounds. So x will be minus 5 by 4, cube root of minus 5 by 4. In the calculator, one I will deal, I will get minus 1.08 up till 3 significant figure as is mentioned in the question. Okay, now do replace this value in the original, here in the original curve to get the y coordinate. So y equal to 2 times minus 1.08 square minus 5 over minus 1.08 plus 3. So I will get y equal to 9.96. So finally my m coordinates are minus 1.08 comma 9.96 up to 3 significant figures. I hope it is clear. Let's proceed to question number 6. The curve is, our curve has equation y equal to 2x plus 13 by x square. Find the equation of the tangent to the curve. This is for curve, for example, whatever be there. And the tangent, you know, is a point which touches the curve at a single point. At the point this, give you answer in the form of y equal to mx plus c. We have to find the equation of tangent. So simply, another simple question, you do find, you know, dy by dx. Y is 2x plus 12 times x power minus 2. So dy by d of x will be 2 minus 24 by x3. As we have to calculate the equation of tangent at point this p. So at point minus 2 and minus 1, we'll see dy by d of x, that give me the gradient. Let's suppose this point p, that give me the gradient. 2 minus 24 by x is minus 2 power 3. I will get 2 minus plus 3, that give me 5. That is the gradient of the tangent point on the curve. So equation of tangent at point, that is p again, minus 2 minus 1 with m is 5. Here few students I found that they, you know, to take the perpendicular gradient on the tangent. This curve is passing through this. It's not a perpendicular gradient taken from any third far away point. This point lies on the tangent, because this is a common point here, that's on the curve and tangent point. So we will not take the negative reciprocal for the gradient. So the value will be y equal to, that is mx plus c. This is the equation form we are looking for. So m is 5x plus c. So for c we will replace these values here. Y is minus 1 and x is minus 2 plus c. I will see c is equal to 9. So finally my answer is, final answer is y equal to mx plus c. That's the answer. I hope it's again, it's very much clear. It's an easy question. Here show that the equation, the trigonometry taken from trigonometry. Equation is 1 plus sine of x times tangent of x equal to 5 cos of x can be written as in only in term of cos. So it's very easy question. Simply you need to resolve this tan into sine over cos, sine x over cos of x. We know the ratio 5 cos of x as it is. Okay, let me write with the other color. 5 cos of x. Now do multiply this e with each term, or you can take the LCM. I will get 1 plus sorry okay, let me do this step first, because here the students did some mistake. They took the LCM and they multiplied this is a single term, guys. And students, one two students I found, one of the students did this mistake. He or she multiplied this with the cos as well. It becomes 1 sine square over cos of x is equal to 5 cos of x. Now here 1 1. Now do multiply each term with cos x. I will get cos of x plus sine square x is equal to 5 cos square of x. As my answer should be in only in term of cos expression, so sine square can be written as 1 minus cos square, and here is cos of x, 5 cos square of x. So cos x plus 1 minus cos square of x is equal to 5 cos square x. So simplified, they take every term of theirs. Is cos square x plus cos x becomes 6 cos square of x minus cos of x plus minus 1 equal to 0, which I need to show. Hence proved. Simple question, only you need to be vigilant while taking LCM or multiplying trigonometric functions. Okay, now here, hence solve the equation. This is the same equation, we need to solve it. And here we have the already in from a we have proved this whole entire expression as 6 cos square of x minus cos of x minus 1 equal to 0. And we need to find our answer in between first and second quadrant, because you know well, if you want theta will be here, or it will be theta mean angle will be here 180 minus theta in the second quadrant. These are the prohibited out of the given domain. So two options we have here. Okay, so here now you can have the factors, or you can apply this is quadratic expression, right? 6 with the variable is only cos theta. So if I can make the factors, 6 1 the 6 cos square of x minus 3 cos of x, I'm applying the midterm break rule, plus 2 cos of x minus 1 equal to 0. So 3 cos of x is taken as common. Here I will get cos x minus 1 plus nothing, 2 cos x. Nothing seem to be common from here. So 2 cos of x minus 1 equal to 0. So 2 cos of x minus 1 times 3 cos of x plus 1 equal to 0. These are the factors. Midterm break rule, I applied it. If you are weak in midterm break rule, you better apply the quadratic formula, right? So here I have two options. 2 cos of x minus 1 equal to 0. So cos of x will be 1 by 2. That is positive. It means it can fall. Any, you don't forget this one. Add sugar to coffee, right? So here it cos is positive in the first or in fourth quadrant. So as this is the restricted, we are not supposed to move for fourth quadrants. Only one option will be here. So x will be cos inverse of 1 by 2. So that give me 60 degree in the calculator. Similarly, I can go with the second factor, that is 3 cos of x plus 1 equal to 0. So cos x will give me minus 1 by 3. Right here you can see it's negative. So cos is negative either in the second quadrant or in the third quadrant. So again, third quadrant lies out of the given domain. So we will go for only for the second. So taking calculator, use it. I will get cos inverse of 1 by 3. This negative sign indicates the only help us for the selection of the quadrant. So x will be what? I will get is 70.5 degree, but this is not my answer. In the second quadrant it must be 180 minus 70.5. So x will be 109.5 degree. So these are the two results. Then you can write final results are 60 degree and 109.5 degree. Okay, let's proceed to another question. Okay, this is question number 8. The diagram shows two curves. One curve has equation y equal to sine of x. Okay, y equal to sine of x seems very much clear. Y equal to sine of x. And the other curve has y equal to f of x. In order to transform y equal to sine of x to y equal to f of x, and you need to transform this into this one, the curve y sine of x is first reflected. So it means reflected mean y it comes to be minus sine of x in the x-axis, not in the y-axis. If it is in y-axis, angle can be taken as negative, and same goes with that, because sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So a reflection along x-axis means you need to multiply the function with negative sign out, negative sign. So I get y equal to minus this. So let me write here y equal to this mean minus sine of x. Describe fully a sequence of two further transformation. One has been given to us reflection, which are required, okay, to get the this shape. First of all, to find the mean values here. So if it I can draw one line here. Let me draw it clearly. Because here 1 2 1 2. Okay, fine. And that can define few things. It's 1 2 point here, 1 2 point here, same. Okay, fine. Just doing my mental calculation on the question. Okay, here is a describe fully a sequence of two transformation which are required. One is already given, so very much clear that it first thing is vertical stretch. This vertical stretch, uh, that vertical stretch means you can say the amplitude. As I told you, amplitude. In the previous question we did amplitude. Here you can see what is amplitude is basically defined as the in physics you did the maximum mean of maximum, yani amplitude is maximum yani to minimum divided by 2. So initially, first what is the maximum? Here you can see the steps goes from if I can take this line, originally it was this. So 1 2 3 4 5, or right, 1 2 3 4 and 5. 5 maximum, it can be maximum is you can say 1 5, and minimum is what, it is 1. From here mean line from 0 you can see 1 amplitude divided by 2. I will get this minus and minus. Okay, I think you better can go with the approach that you make it easy. Don't go with this. Okay. We will better can go with this. Actually, you can see I am going to highlight this. If original is mean position is 0, so here downward it is going, vertical stress is downward, so amplitude here is -5, and up is what, 1 is 1, and here is goes to be -5. So we can have a single rule. And we know this is vertically has been stretch has been taken place as a transformation. So vertical stretch as is downward, so we can say maximum amplitude is upward was 1 minus the downward is -5 divided by 2. I can get 1 plus 5 by 2, that is 6 by 2 is 3. So vertical stretch of stretch factor 3 has been taken place with this function, because originally you can see that was here 1, and downward it has been stretched downward, so it's taken as negative. And second transformation, 1 mark, 2 marks for this one, and 2 marks for another transformation, that you can see it has also been translated. So we can say vertical translation of the factor. What translation will be, you can say that is the mean of the maximum to minimum. That is mean of maximum is again 1, mean plus minimum is 5 divided by 2, that is -2. So you can say that transformations we have vertical stretch with stretch factor of 3, and vertical transition with transition factor 2, or -0 comma -2, with you can write like this transition vector with no long x-axis, that is same, only it has been translated vertically downward. Okay, find f of x in term of sine of x. Okay, first thing, it is given y equal to sine of x, this is given, and the first translation is given, already given in the statement, that is reflection along x-axis. So it will becomes, I can write for you, reflection along x-axis. So I multiply with minus. Now vertical stretch you need to multiply by 3, so y equal to -3, because amplitude shows the amplitude, that is becomes -3, because of this is 3 I taken from the first part, that I can write it here. Vertical who is calling me? Vertical, it is called vertical stretch. And now finally we did translation, that is vertical translation with translation factor 0 -2, so minus sine of x -2, vertical translation. So this is the final equation we need to show for the 2 marks. I hope it's clear. Okay guys, here's another question. Number 9 says the function f is defined by this, where domain x is less than 1 by 2. State the value of f of -1. It's very easy, 1 marks. Do replace x with 1, so you'll get 2 times 1 minus 1, that is 3 by 1, that is 3 by 1 with -1, sorry, we have to replace with -1, sorry. So -1 plus 1 over 2 times -1 minus 1, that gives me -1 by -3, so final answer is 1 by 3. Okay, So this is 1 marks, easy question. The diagram shows a curve graph of y graph of x. Sketch the graph of f inverse on this diagram. We have to sketch the f inverse. No need to find the f inverse, only to sketch it. You know, for the f inverse, hint, domain of f goes to change with range of f inverse. That means x y will change to yx for the inverse function. Okay, fine. Here you can have this equation. This is 1. Suppose this is here 0.75. Suppose this is 0.75 and here -4. So this point is -4 comma 0 points plus 0.75. So on the other hand, when you take the inverse of it, it will change into, it will swap. 0.75 is here, here, and -4 will be goes to be with y. So here it will be 0.75 comma -4. So 1 point is here, and this is what it is, 0 and 0 and what, it's -1. 0 and -1 will change into -1 0, -1 0. Here it comes here. So in short, your equation will be, the curve will be like this, and a point. Let me, sorry, this will become the curve here. This is, it must show shape of a curve. There is nothing straight line. Don't make any figure, representation in a straight line. So here you can see, let me draw more clear. Okay, now it's fine. Now here also show any relevant mirror line. I told you the mirror line for the f inverse is only y equal to x. So mirror line will be here. Always y equal to x mean this must be a mirror line, y equal to x. You can't take y equal to -x. So this is the mirror line. Mirror line, always y equal to x. So this is 2 more marks. I hope it is clear.